Real Housewives of Potomac. Child. Let's just get into it. I tell you. Congratulations to Carter, which is Wendy's oldest son. He's turning 10. They had a little scene where Wendy and Eddie came in there with cupcakes and stuff. It was cute. The next thing we see is Karen with her aunt and her cousin. And they're talking. Karen owns a part of her grandmother's property, the house where they grew up in, and actually it's the house where they were actually enslaved in. And then as they, her ancestors got older, they, took over the house and it became theirs. And yeah, so Karen owns a part of that, and that's great, as well as her aunt Val, which is her dad's sister, and other family members. But Karen's job is to like renovate the place and stuff and make it like a more touristy moment. And that's what Karen plans to do with the house is basically rent it out for people, or do whatever she wants to do, with the house. And so that's great. She says the house is 104 years old and stuff. So, I think that's great. And what a great way to keep the money in the family. I wish more people did that and figured out how to keep money within the family and money at home versus venturing out or just selling out to some random person and then they turn it into whatever. So I don't know, but that's good. Val was just like, look, as long as you don't put no nudist camp or nothing beside me. Karen was just like, I ain't gonna put no nudist camp beside you, because Val, she stay across the street. She was like, Karen was like, I ain't gonna put no nudist camp beside you, but I will put a weed factory, if possible. And I was just like, I know this right, child, but we're gonna see what comes of it. A little later on, Karen also met up with Ray. And they went out to eat and stuff. And that's when she told Ray that she wanted to invite a select group of women to Surrey County to go and prune the land, darling, to, go there and see what she's doing and everything. And she said that she put the names in the back, in the hat that she wanted, to go. Karen know what time it is on this show, but she's going to remain neutral. She's going to remain the lighthearted, funny auntie on the show. And that's that. She's not going to necessarily play both sides. But she knows the people that is right in the situation and the people that is wrong. The people that is right, the Candiaces, the Wendys. People that is wrong, the Robyns, the Ashleys, the Gizelles. Anyway. Okay. So Karen invited on the trip Candiace, Ashley, Gizelle, and Wendy. Hold that thought. We'll get back to it. Robyn and Mia met up, child. They met at the salt place. Is going to help with your sinuses and all this other kind of stuff and blah, blah, blah. The owner, she looked really excited that they were there. Not really. Her looked like she'd been conditioning her hair in salt. That lady's hair was so dry and dead. I said, Lord, cut your strands. I don't know why people hold on to dead ends just to say they got long hair. They don't even move, girl. Let it go. The lady had, thick hair. I'm like, girl, well, just cut it into a cute bob so you can grow it out and stay out that damn salt. Child is drying her strands up. Anyway, me and Robyn, they sit down there where they laying down in the little beach chairs, child, doing nothing. And Robyn told Mia this story about how she figured out how Karen was obsessed with her. Way back in the day, they were having a conversation, and Karen wanted to show her a picture of some sorts. And as she was strolling through the pics, Robyn saw a picture of her two sons, her mama and daddy. And she said that's when she realized that Karen was obsessed with her life and blah, blah, blah. And I have so many pictures of people in my phone, from family to friends to random people to celebrities to etc. People take screenshots. People get sent photos, whatever. It's all kind of reasons why somebody would have a photo of you in their phone. And Robyn, for you to think that you are interesting in the least bit is hilarious to me and the world. But okay, girl. Mia also told Robyn that she filed for divorce against Gordon. As we learned that, this is just what the hoes do. I mean, the money done dried up and now she's time to go. It's time to go for her. I mean, are we shocked? Are we surprised? Gordon's the fool. I wouldn't even put my heart into it, child. You with her for this, she with you for this, and there you go. Y'all going about your business, be married. But Gordon, she done fell back in love with her little high school sweetheart. He's going to be a character. I watched a Carlos King interview. He's definitely going to be a character. He looked like he can be Gordon's nephew or something, to be honest. Mia definitely has a type, and that type is unattractive. So anyway, we're going to move on. Let's see. Mia, what else she talking about? Nothing from Mia. Mia asked Robyn or her and Juan in therapy, because Mia said that her and Gordon was in therapy. And she said that no, she don't feels like her and Juan need therapy, that their issues is other people. I said, okay. So moving on. I'm tired of dragging Robyn. It's pointless. She is enjoying going down the dark road. Bless her heart. We see Eddie and Wendy, this beautiful black couple. I tell you, Eddie and Wendy, they're great. They're great. They're great. I need to find me a piece of husband somewhere. So I don't know. I'm looking to the Osefo family line to see if something comes up. But yeah. So anyway. They were talking and stuff. They were talking about how busy they are, and Wendy looked great in that red dress with that gold choker, and in the confessionals, Eddie with that white and black suit looking like an African king, and Wendy with that beautiful gold dress with the flowers sitting up here, just stunning, just beautiful. I love them both, honestly. So anyway, they were talking about how they're both busy. Wendy had to fire her last producer because Sis was going to take all Wendy little money, child, all her little YouTube checks. She was going to take all of them, child. So she fired her, and Wendy hired these 2 high school kids. So we're going to see what they give. They can give a good TikTok moment. So we're going to see Dr. Wendy. We're going to hope and pray that everything works out with the Dr. Wendy show on YouTube. Let me see. Oh, and when Eddie is in the cannabis business, child. Happy Eddie. He coined the term. Happy Eddie. That's how you make a profit. That's how you do that thing. There. They was calling him Happy Eddie, trying to say that he was flirting with them ugly women. But then this season, he was like, okay, I got something for y'all. So shouts out to Happy Eddie. Look, whenever my money ain't funny, which is rare, whenever my money ain't funny, I'm definitely going to get me some Happy Eddie and support that man. Absolutely. I love them. Okay. So getting back to the invitation list. So Karen, she sent out an original invitation list with Candiace, Ashley, Gizelle, Wendy. She sent the text out. Candiace, Ashley, Wendy, they all hearted it, said they was coming, cool. Gizelle sent the text back and said, I love you, Karen, but I won't be attending. So the next thing we see is Nneka and Ike. Ike lost his name tag. And she's getting on him about losing it and stuff. One thing I found very interesting, Nneka said that her and Ike never stayed together. She said a lot of their marriage or relationship was spent long distance. So this is the first time they're both in the same place and they're getting to know each other. They bought a house together and they stand together. Now they know each other. When I say getting to know each other is that you don't know nobody until you stay with them. And so they're in this process of doing that now. And I just hope it works out, dear God, because you don't know nobody until you stay with them. And the fact that they are doing this, it's just like, oh God. Nneka got a mouth on her. She do. And Ike, he got a little temple. I mean, we saw that. He got a little temple. So I don't know. We're gonna pray for the Ihims. Is that how you pronounce their last name? We're gonna pray for them because Lord Jesus, it's a lot. A heart is a house of love, and I've learned. Come on now. Y'all tell me where that come from. That it don't take much to break a heart is a house for love, and I've learned. Y'all tell me in the comment section where that come from, and I give you a shout out next week's review. Okay, so Nneka, Gizelle and Charrisse came over. Nneka trying to act like she didn't know that was coming over. Girl, please. Ike left. He ended up finding his badge. Gizelle came over there very inappropriately, in my opinion. Gizelle came over to this lady's house with her husband in a little short mini skirt. But then you the same woman to be like, oh, many married men done tried me and whoop to whoop and da 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 da. And you just see, but Nneka, did you watch the show before you got on it? I wouldn't even invite Gizelle in my home, to be honest with you. Because all Gizelle do is get information so she can go back and talk about it later and create a storyline for the next season. That's all she do. But she gonna see. She's in this whole mindset now that Gizelle is her friend. And I get it. Gizelle has a lot of power on the show. Somebody on Twitter told me that Gizelle is an executive producer. Is that true? But the rest of them ain't. I hope that's not true. Because this show ain't gonna never get better. This show is definitely gonna go downhill. And I doubt if this show make it 10 seasons. Because we are so tired of the double standards, the favoritism, the underlying colorism, the gaslighting, the bullying, the standoffish behavior, the ugly. We just so tired of all of it. Like, God, Potomac is a dark, dark franchise. And I just don't think that they even realize. They don't even get it. They live in La La Land. Gizelle and Ashley especially, if they think that people are going to buy their at leisure line, people have to like you to buy your product. And I just don't. They live in such a land of privilege because of how their life has been that they don't even realize that they're tacky. They're not likable. What successful businesses have they had? Like, I don't know. I don't know. It's a lot. But we're gonna pray once again as always. Where was I at? Okay, Nneka and Gizelle. Yeah, Gizelle dressed inappropriately in my opinion. Nneka tells Charrisse and Nneka tells Charrisse and Gizelle that Karen kind of shaded her because she was saying, Karen saying she stays in North Potomac. She's still on the outskirts or whatever, but Nneka has a Potomac area code, and they were saying that Nneka owns her home and Karen is renting and blah, blah, blah. Whatever. Can't none of y'all touch Karen on your best day. Karen is the oldest cast member, and she be dressing better than all y'all. And next in line, I would say, or neck and neck with Karen with the fashions, is definitely Wendy. Wendy is that girl. And who's kind of the same after Wendy and Karen is in the fashion department, who gets it right most of the time, is Mia and Candiace. The rest of y'all is a flop. Completely. So anyway. So they talked about that. Okay, so then Karen, she sent another text out. This is the text that the producers told her to send out. Karen invited everybody. Robyn said, oh, it's super last minute. I can't do it. I'm hanging out with my sons and nephew. And then Gizelle, I guess she never replied back because she had her answer. Mia, she sent out a text and said, I still can't get over the original invite. Well, Karen texts back and said, well, you need to. I hollered. I hollered. And who else? Nneka, she was trying to act like she, didn't have nothing to do, but she ended up coming. Well, she was trying to act like she had something to do, but girl, you coming. Shut up. You need this camera time. Oh, and also Gizelle said the main reason why she's not going, obviously, is because of Candiace and Wendy. She said that she don't want to be around those people. And she also said that she have been receiving off with your head threats and stuff from people, so it's her safety. So now you're gonna play that card, Gizelle. Anybody notice how Gizelle looks like Denise Richards with the tan? She looks like Denise Richards to me at times. But anyway, Gizelle is praying that privilege card. Like, there she goes. Now you feel unsafe going to... Who's going to off your head in Surrey County, Gizelle? On camera. Like, Gizelle, shut up. Those ridiculous people that sent out those threats to you are not fans of the show. They're not fans of anybody. They are just ridiculous cyber bullies, crazy people, and blah, blah, blah. But anyway, Gizelle, everybody gets sent those. According to many people who have spoken about this out here in the internet streets on these reality shows, celebrities in general, no matter the level, get them kind of threats and stuff all the time. And it's just like, people can say whatever they want to say on the internet. But furthermore, what I was going to say is that if it was somebody else getting those threats, if Candiace got those threats, which I'm sure, I hope not, but I'm sure she has, because people have drugged Candiace through the mud for years. You didn't care when somebody else got them, but we supposed to care, and since, and it's just like, maybe Gizelle is an executive producer. Maybe she is. Because the fact that they don't allow her to be on the show, to the fact that they allow Gizelle to exclude Candiace and Wendy constantly. And nobody bats an eyelash. Nobody says anything about it. Gizelle gets to say that she's not going on a cast trip. Gizelle and Robyn, and they allow her to do it. It's so much. It's so much. We are so tired. And we are tired of Andy as the host. Andy is never, ever going to hold Gizelle to the fire. Ever. If Gizelle and Robyn and Ashley succeed with getting Candiace and Wendy off the show, or both of them, or one of them, I'm done. Because it's just not right. It's completely not right. We see what's happening. Y'all think we're stupid. And I don't see how. I don't see how. You hire stupid people on these shows. The audience is not dumb. Clueless. Anyway. What are we doing now? Okay, so we get to the bus ride. Like I said, we have Karen, Nneka, Wendy, Ashley, Candiace. Wendy and Candiace having a good old time in the back with Ashley. Ashley tells the girls that she's starting in that Legion line with Gizelle. It was just like, girl, this got to be a joke. And I was like, girl, I wish. Cutting up. They drinking gas station margaritas. Sipping, having a good old time. We get to Surrey County. We see some of Karen's family members and stuff. And it was, it was nice to see. The girls start pruning. They had on their cute little outfits with their little work boots and overalls and stuff. I want to get back into overalls. I can't fit overalls right now. And plus I have a belly. So if I put on overalls, I'll look the fool. I probably look like Carl Winslow. But, yeah, I want to get back into overalls and stuff, because I've always liked overalls, if I'm being honest. I always have. You know, we love a good 90s moment, very TLC-ish, you know. The whole very immature, you know, the whole gig. Um, so yeah, so they're on the bus or whatever, and then after that, yeah, so they start pruning. They're having a good time out there, and you know, it's cool. It's very interesting how they're all able to get along without Gizelle and Robyn there. Specifically Gizelle. Because Robyn can get along with them. Robyn is a cool... Underneath all the foolishness that Robyn has been for the past couple of years, Robyn is a cool chick. She is. She's cool. She's likable. I've always liked Robyn. I've always said that. She's just a homie. You know? But she's allowed Gizelle and Juan to mess her head up on this show. And this is what we got. So, yeah. Ashley wore this little mini skirt to go see these people. Ashley always dressed wrong for the occasion. Always. She just looked... I don't know where she got the little skirt at. Some dollar store or something. It was super short, and she had on these little wedge heels. It's just... She told you where you was going, Ashley, and this is what you chose to pull out the closet. It just don't make any sense. I don't know. I don't know. Ashley is cheap. And the fact that she is cheap and ain't got no money and ain't saved none of the money Michael done gave her, it's just crazy. It's just crazy that you still need that man money because you don't spend money on clothes. You don't have your own business. You don't have a stylist. You don't have a makeup artist. Do you have an assistant? What does Ashley do? But nobody says nothing. Okay. So, let me see. Yeah, what I was saying is it's amazing how they all can get along with Gizelle ain't around. It's sad. Anyway, we get to the table. Ashley is always on her job, and she started bringing up the whole thing with Nneka and Wendy. Karen don't want Wendy to be closed off from Nneka. Wendy says she's over it. She was just like, you talked about my mama. You talked about my sister. Nneka extended an invitation for like a sleepover situation at her house. She ain't got no furniture yet. But she already talking about a sleepover, child. And she want to invite all the ladies. And Wendy was just like, child, please. She was like, we need to talk and have a conversation first. You invite me over your house. It's just like, I mean, whatever. You know? So is Gizelle and Robyn gonna come to Nneka's house? Now what if Candiace and Wendy go to Nneka's house? Is Gizelle and Robyn gonna leave then? I tell you. And like I said on Twitter, at It's King's World on Twitter. Like I said on Twitter, if Gizelle refuses to bear the hatchet with Wendy and Candiace, then Wendy can refuse to bear the hatchet with Nneka. I don't even care. We don't know her. If y'all gonna allow certain people to participate in certain behaviors and get away with it, then that rule should be extended to everybody. Period. Do I think that Nneka and Wendy can move on from it? Sure. But I don't care if they do. That's Wendy's prerogative. She chooses not to be bothered with Nneka. Especially since Gizelle refuses to be bothered with Candiace and Wendy. And it's allowed. So, whatever. If I'm petty, you petty. We petty together. We twins. With that said, I'm Mr. Chalaki. Mr. Chalaki on Google Plus. Follow me at Iskinsworth Instagram and Twitter at Iskinsworth89 on Snapchat. Chase King on Facebook. Mr. Chalaki on Cash App, PayPal, and TikTok. And as always, run me my money or run me my fade. Run me my money the way I get paid. Stay black. Stay tuned. And I'll see you guys later. Ooh. Bye.